Teen Mom: The Next Chapter revealed that Jenelle Evans signed a lease on a home in Las Vegas. Jace, her son, resented the move, but will she now sell the land where she lived in North Carolina? Keep reading to find out more. Jenelle Evans has bad memories of the land. Presumably, the MTV star won't miss those times when she called the cops to the North Carolina property. During the breakdown of her relationship with David Eason, the mom of 3 called for assistance several times. Then, there was the killing of her pup Nugget. Of course, Teen Mom fans will probably never forget that. Jenelle Evans, David Eason, and 3 kids. There's still a lot of speculation about Jenelle Evans and David Eason as their divorce looms. However, it's not likely that he will return there. Anyway, it seems that the MTV alum moved on and found a new girlfriend. If anyone misses the land, it will probably be the kids who enjoyed the swimming pool and trips to the nearby river for fishing. Teen Mom star keeps the land or sells. On Wednesday, the Teen Mom: The Next Chapter star took to her YouTube account and gave an update. Jace appeared briefly, and she seemed astonished that he was old enough to drive. Plus, she mentioned her leg injury that didn't stop her from partying hard in a wheelchair. Next, she talked about her property. Jenelle Evans told her followers that she's not selling her property in North Carolina. She panned her camera around a bit and then explained her thoughts on it. She said, "I'm not selling my house. You think I'm going to sell this beautiful land? I told you guys I had to think about what I was going to do. And then I ended up thinking about it and I'm like, I'm keeping this. Why wouldn't I keep this?" So yeah, the Teen Mom star said that she might rent it out or just keep it as a vacation home. However, she seemed quite certain that she was not getting rid of it. MTV fans comment on decision in the comments section. MTV fans agreed that Jenelle Evans keeping the property seemed like a good idea. Here are their opinions. Jenelle, keeping your home is a no-brainer, plus you're creating generational wealth for your children. Your children's children will thank you. Airbnb your house. Looks beautiful. Your property is gorgeous. I would keep it too. Your home and property are absolutely gorgeous. You are making the best decision to keep it. You go, girl. What are your thoughts about Jenelle Evans wanting to keep her property in North Carolina? Do you think she'll rent? Or will she keep it as a vacation home? Shout out in the comments below, and come back here often for all your Teen Mom news. In the ever-evolving saga of Teen Mom alum Jenelle Evans, a new chapter is being written not in the rural quiet of North Carolina, but under the neon lights of Las Vegas. Yet, even as she signs a lease on a new home and embraces a fresh start thousands of miles away, Evans has made a surprising and telling decision about her past. In a recent announcement to her followers, she revealed that she will not be selling her infamous North Carolina property, the sprawling piece of land that has served as the backdrop for some of the most turbulent moments of her life. The choice to retain the land is a complex one, a financial calculation, an emotional anchor, and perhaps a strategic lifeline for a family still navigating the choppy waters of change. The move to Las Vegas has been the central storyline for Jenelle on the current season of Teen Mom: The Next Chapter. Presented as a necessary escape following her acrimonious split from her husband, David Eason, the relocation represents a clean break from a past riddled with controversy. The show has documented her search for a new beginning, a journey that first took her to Florida before she ultimately set her sights on Vegas. There, her manager, August Keene, a figure who has been the subject of burgeoning romance rumors, has promised to help her launch a new business venture in the burgeoning cannabis industry. For Jenelle, it's a chance to reinvent herself, to shed the skin of the reality TV villain she so often played, and step into a new role as a savvy entrepreneur. However, this fresh start is not without its casualties. The most significant of these is her eldest son, Jace, who just turned 15. Viewers have watched with concern as Jace, a teenager who has already endured a lifetime of instability, has openly resented the move. Having spent years living with his grandmother, Barbara Evans, to provide him with the stability his mother's chaotic home life could not, his return to Jenelle was already a delicate situation. Uprooting him from the only home and community he's ever known, away from his friends and the support system he relies on, has been a source of visible friction. It's a decision that underscores the central conflict in Jenelle's life, the perpetual tug-of-war between her personal ambitions and her maternal responsibilities. The Ghosts of the Land, a history of turmoil and tragedy. To understand the weight of her decision to keep the North Carolina property, one must understand the history embedded in its soil. The land is not just a piece of real estate, it's a character in the Jenelle Evans story, a silent witness to her highest highs and lowest lows. For fans of the franchise, the name conjures a vivid and often painful reel of memories. It was on this property that the dramatic and often frightening breakdown of Jenelle's marriage to David Eason played out. The quiet country setting was frequently pierced by the sound of sirens, as Jenelle, in moments of fear and desperation, called the police to her own home. These domestic disturbances, broadcast for the world to see, painted a picture of a household on the brink, a place where volatility was the norm. The land became synonymous with a toxic relationship, a prison of her own making that she was desperately trying to escape. But perhaps no event cemented the property's dark legacy more than the tragic and shocking death of their French bulldog, Nugget. In 2019, David Eason shot and killed the puppy, claiming he was acting aggressively towards their children. The incident sparked a firestorm of public outrage, led to MTV firing the couple from Teen Mom 2, and triggered a Child Protective Services investigation. For many, it was an unforgivable act, a line that had been crossed. The land was no longer just the scene of marital spats, it was the site of an act of perceived cruelty that forever tarnished its reputation. Given this history, the assumption that Jenelle would want to sever all ties, to sell the land and erase the ghosts of her past, was a logical one.